members' question, and this week we are from Jason. Vern, how important is it to finish strong and secure home advantage for the playoffs?
Yeah, it's very important, and that's why the players, you can see they're putting the effort on the field. If we can get to the playoffs in the right position, then we can hopefully have games back here at Eden Park, and there was a bit of energy around the pitch again tonight, and it was great. I think the players appreciate it, and it certainly help us to get what we want at the end of the season.
Vern, are you happy with the night's work on balance?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
What pleased you most?
Oh, I think we just made it hard for ourselves. I thought there was a real collective understanding at half time that we're making the game hard for ourselves with penalties, with giving them things that they wanted, set piece and line outs, and they had their strikes and obviously hurt us a bit with that. So I think coming in at half time, I thought everything was really positive around how we could to sort that, and the players put it in action in the second 40. So I thought there was, they took responsibility and did the job.
How pleasing was that effort with so many young guys coming, or new guys coming in after?
Yeah, it's a real buzz, having those guys come in. And you look at the first scrum when Mason came on, and he got a bit of a fright, but he sorted it out after that. And that was, had everybody behind him, and that was key. The experienced players, and you could see the group thriving with that sort of pressure and cohesion. So, nice. I really enjoyed that. Good moment.
Is Stephen worried, or was it just a flare-up?
Yeah, and it was just a flare-up. So, irritated a bit at the end of training, and we're at the business end, so it was a conservative. We've got time, and really pleased that the boys stepped up. Guys coming off the bench and guys starting that haven't had a super game before the first game with us. So it was nice. Cade Banks gets a run out there, and Mason and those boys. So PJ gets his second run at tight head. So people will grow with the experience, and that's a good thing.
I mean, you talked a little bit about it on Thursday, but does it feel like this depth you're building, this, I guess, almost a lack of reliance on any particular individuals and the ability, have multiple people slot in? Do you feel like that's going to pay dividends down the line?
I think everybody's engaged. I think everybody wants, they can see the same thing and want the same thing, and guys step in. If you look at Dolts takes over from Paddy, we've got Harry doing a great job at 10 in the place of, Stevie. You've got, at lock, you've got Sam Derry coming in for Paddy. The guys are. There's just, you can see that maturity, and that. It's just, it's interdependency, isn't it? It's nice to see. Did I say that?
That's good. Yeah, that's sharp on you. I was like, oh, let's spell that. No,
slip that one out.
Docs, what did you? I mean, as the leader out in the field, is the most pleasing thing the fact that you're able to ring the changes and even make some late ones, and the team didn't really seem to miss a beat.
Yes, I think that's the beauty of it. Going in, we had that, a bit of a shock when some of the boys dropped out, but at the end of the day, it's next man up. We all know we're here because we're all good rugby players. But some of the boys debuts and a bit of a lack of experience. But that's we all start from somewhere, and it was just awesome to see some of the older boys getting around, those new boys coming in and helping out with their little detail around, Captain John and Thursday, and and Vern touched on it, like example Mace, that first scrum didn't really go away, but that second scrum I could see a couple of the boys go up to him like, this is it, this is your moment, and then he held down the scrum and should have given us a penalty, in my opinion. But yeah, it's awesome to see.
Don't you reading around with Offer a fair bit? How much his game just seems to have lifted to a completely new level this year after advances in previous years. How do you rate him as the moment?
Yeah, he's in form. And I don't know what he's doing, but he doesn't want to tell anyone. But yeah, he's playing awesome. And when I've come through when I first came to the Blues and I got to lock horns with him in games, I could just see how professional he is and how he's continued to be that way, but even improve off field and on field with a few things. And I think the good thing with him is that he doesn't realise it, but it's so vibrant. It's contagious what he does. Some of the boys, pick up on it at trainings, and it sort of just lifts everyone, and it teaches the young boys how to be a professional, and that's the good thing about him. He's very humble, and he sticks to it in his lane, but what he does is very contagious, and all the young boys pick up on it, and I think he's awesome to have at Blues, and he's one of my good mates, so I learn a lot of him.
What are your thoughts, Bert, on Offa, and what's he meant to you to have him in the team?
Yeah, well, it was really this week. Once again, it was important. Both him and Angus taking over the scrum. We lose a tight head prop on Thursday. Lose our second five. So his I guess his presence is a calming presence, and he leads by example. No, he's been outstanding in everything we've done. So we'll just keep working, and as Dalt says, it's sort of contagious. It rubs off, and it's enjoy our rugby together.
Vern, is there an excitement about what this group could achieve this year?
There's you measure excitement by asking questions once again on how we can become better. So I think we're getting through the qualifying phase of this competition, and soon we'll be going to the knockout phase. And the knockout phase, there's a shift, there's a mind shift, there's a mindset shift, and there's an attitude shift that we'll need to adopt. But there's some good things happening around, and we need to get through the qualifying phase, and then we'll hit the knockout phase, and that's when.
A lot of those guys who didn't play tonight, will they be back in the mix in the next fortnight?
Yeah, we've got, once again, we'll go through medical report tomorrow and just see how everybody turns up, fronts up following the game, and then we'll make choices on what's best for each player individually, and move forward from there.
Sweet. No injuries tonight?
There was, I think Laggy got a bit of a head knock, so he wanted to stay on. So we'll run through that process. We've got players coming back, so Rico will be back next week, and there's a few others so they'll be in and outs.
Cool.